for lesson 7-3, page 217, you have to turn these numbers into expanded notation. Expanded notation is when you actually take a number and considering its place number, you have to multiply by the power, by the single, how do I explain this? By the power of 10 of where it is. I'll give you an example so that you understand a little bit better. Let's say I have the number 40 and I ask you to write this in the expanded notation. Actually, a better example would be let's say the number 42. Now the reason I'm saying number 42 is because once we write this in expanded notation, you know that here you have the number 40 and here you have the number 2. 40 is in the 10th, the number 4, sorry, is in the 10th place, and number 2 is in the 1st place. So it would actually, in expanded notation, it would look like this: 4 times 10, and we put that in brackets. That's 40. Plus 2 times 1. And that's what expanded notation looks like. So let's try this with number 1. Okay? With number 1. We're given the number 2,784. Correct? Question 1a says, or reads, write 2,784 in expanded notation as an addition expression. As an addition. That's very simple. I've shown you how to do this before, but I'll give you a little reminder. Okay, let's put this number to the side as a reference. And if we were going to add these numbers, we're simply just adding the number 2,000 plus 700 plus 80 plus 4. Okay. Question B, this was A. Question B reads, write 2,784 expanded notation, in expanded notation, as the sum of multiplication expressions. Multiplication expressions. So, if I wanted to get the number 2,000, I would have to multiply, here's a multiplication expression, 2 times 1,000. Right? The question reads, as the sum of multiplication expressions. Well, sum means add. So we have to add the other multiplication expression, which should be 7 times 100. 700. That's another multiplication expression. Plus another multiplication expression. Let's see here. Just trying to work with the program. Eraser. Where's our... There it is. It won't erase. That's okay. We'll just make that a plus sign, a really ugly plus sign. Okay. Plus, what's next? 8 times 10. Plus 4 plus 4 times 1. And that's what we call adding up multiplication expressions. And then for question 1c, we look at, let's see, maybe I can make this even smaller so it all fits in and you can see everything we're doing. For question 1c, it reads, write 2,784 in expanded notation, okay, as the sum of multiplication expressions, okay, we know how to do that, using powers of 10. So now we actually have to use the powers of 10. So let's first make a multiplication expression for the number 2,000. So we put it in bracket, or in parentheses, 2 times, it would have been 2 times 1,000, but it's asking us now to do it as an expression using the powers of 10. Well, how many zeros do you see up here? There are 3. So let's do that. We just write 10 to the power of 3. And let's do that with the next one. It's the sum of, so plus, then we have 7. 7 times 10 to the power of, let's count the zeros, 1, 2, plus, and so on. It continues to go on like that, because then we get to the 8, times 10. There's no exponent. And finally, 4 plus 4 times, you would think it would be 1, but because we're using the powers of 10, it's still 10 to the power of 0. 10 to the power of 0 always equals 1. Okay? Please remember that. 10 to the power of 0 always equals 1. Because here we really only have a place value of 1. Here we have 1 10. Here we have 10 times 10. And then here we have, as you already know, this is a 10, sorry, 10 times 10 times 10. We have 3 10s. And that's why it looks like that. 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 2, 10, just 10. I guess there could be a 1 here, and it would mean the same thing. If you put a 1 right here, it's the same. It's 10 to the power of 1, it's the same as 10. And then here, it's just 10. So do that for the rest of the questions. I've given you an example of what each one means. You can do right up to 5C. If you have any questions, please log on, send me an email, or if you have a Skype account, add me on Skype. The information is on the home page. Mr. Mr. period Mendez period CIC, or use my email to find me on Skype, dmendez@cic-valencia.org.ve. Okay, I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.